Today on Kubota Outdoors, what we're going to do is celebrate a little holiday cheer, a little Merry Christmas, and a Happy New Year to everybody in the country neighborhood here. So we're going to load up the RTV, take some of our presents and gifts around, and talk a little bit more about the RTV and why I chose to purchase the RTV X1100C. Happy New Year. As we start our gift run, I wanted to share a little bit about why I chose to purchase this machine, because I never owned a UTV prior, but chatted a lot with my friends who own different UTVs like Polaris, Honda, and also Kubota, and really I was looking for a work machine that could help me around the land here. And so here are the top 5 main reasons why I chose a Kubota RTV X1100C. When I made this list, these were the top 5 reasons why I ended up choosing the Kubota RTV, mainly because of the hydrostatic transmission and the hydraulics on this machine, as well as the engine overall reliability and durability. But the hydraulics were definitely a huge player, as well as that transmission. So let's take a look at some of the exterior likes and dislikes as we continue our holiday gift run. Then we'll wrap up with the interior likes and dislikes. Let's take a look at some of the overall exterior likes and dislikes about the RTV, and I really like the overall appearance. You know, I'm a big camo guy. I kind of like that. Some guys like orange, and that's fine. The brush guard is really nice, mainly to protect the front end. We'll talk more about the winch a little later. The tires have been good. I did have a problem with the tires cracking on the new machine right away, but the dealership was pretty good about it and replaced those. I also added an aftermarket rail system on this, mainly to haul wood and mulch and brush and other things like that. I really like this. I added a plastic mesh network around the bottom part of the rail system and secured it with zip ties, and definitely really like that. Of course, there's the rear window screen guard. I think that might come standard. We also added the Rigid Industries diffuse rear lighting. These have been tremendously helpful when we're doing any type of work behind the machine itself. To add these lights, we located the wire harness inside of the RTV and spliced the lights to the wire harness and added this OEM light to the upper part of the console. Here's the hitch that I was referring to earlier. This is a hydraulic hitch that operates by bypassing the dump bed cylinder, and it's controlled by using the dump lever inside of the cab. But really like this hitch. I use it for blading and raking and things like that. One of the other likes about the RTV is the capacity, the storage space in the dump bed. I love it. It's really, really nice. Well, there's not too many things I dislike about the exterior. Some people may balk at the 20-mile-an-hour speed. That's just fine, because I can assure you that this machine is a beast, but some could see it as a potential drawback. One of the other things that is a little bit of a problem, not really a problem, but for accessibility, is the gas cap. If you're using gas cans, it can be a little bit of a hindrance, but overall not too big of a deal. Let's take a look at some of the interior highlights. The heating and air conditioning in the cab is literally unrivaled. Also, the display is pretty nice, and this thing sips fuel. That's a huge perk when you're using this frequently. The range selector features a low and a high forward and then a reverse as well, so it's generally simple and easy to use, although a little bit hard to shift at times. On the left-hand side of the driver's station, you'll notice some lights as well as a parking brake and the winch. The winch functionality can be operated by a remote as well as the indoor panel you see here. This is a 4,000-pound Kubota winch, and this thing has shown everything we've asked of it, mainly brush and things like that. While this thing has a tilt steering, that's pretty nice. One of the limitations though in the inside of the cab is the legroom. You know, I'm 6'2", 6'3", and there's not a whole lot of leg clearance for you or someone riding with you, so the space is a little bit cramped. Also under the seats you do have some storage compartments, but there's not a ton of storage in this thing, but I guess that's okay. That's why you can use the box or the bed to cart around anything else that you might need to. Well, we covered various aspects of the RTV in the video. The whole point of the day was ultimately to go out and celebrate Christmas and the New Year with some of my neighbors. I'm fortunate to live in the countryside where a lot of the neighbors help each other, and the real joy is to appreciate the afternoon and share that with my neighbors, even though due to the COVID situation, we weren't able to necessarily see each other. It was still fun to keep those people in our thoughts and hearts and memories as we enjoyed the rest of the afternoon. So hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks a lot for watching. Hey everyone, on two doors, let's try that again, and a new 2021